Welcome to J&K Barbecue. I'm Jim, my wife's Karen's on the camera. Today we're gonna do a backyard brisket and it's really easy to do. Stay with us. All right, we have a 10-pound prime brisket from Sam's. So we're just gonna get it out of the cryovac. We've just got a couple of trash bags here to catch any extra blood. So we're just open up the package. And I just like to leave a little pocket so you can catch all the extra blood. Get it out of the package, and then you can just toss this away. Got a little trash can down here. Because this is backyard, we're not going to do too much trimming, but we're going to take off this fat, this hard fat here on the top, and we're going to get that down. And I'm going to trim. So for those of you who might be doing a brisket for the first time, when you get one of these whole packer briskets, you have two muscles. You have the flat down here and you have the point. The point is where we get our burnt ends from. The flat generally is used for slices. So what I like to do is get all the fat removed from the point, so you get bark all the way around for your burnt ends. And again, we're not going to go too crazy since this is just a backyard cook, but we're going to get this hard fat off. And then on the fat cap on the other side, we're going to get it down, you know, a little bit. We're not going to go too much, but somewhere near 1/4 of an inch. So we'll get this done, and then we'll pick up and show you what's next. All right, welcome back. We're going to inject today. We're using Cosmos Reserve Blend Injection. It's really easy to mix. It's just 1/3 cup of this and 2 cups of liquid. We've got a 14 gauge needle here. We're just going to go about every 2 inches or so and pump her up. I like to keep my hand over it, otherwise you're just going to go spraying everywhere. But you'll feel the brisket pump up with liquid, and that's what you want to see. And you're just gonna do that about every 2 inches, but it's not perfect science. Again, this is going to be backyard. We're just going to add a little moisture to the brisket, make sure she stays nice and juicy. And we're also injecting some flavor that will help with the end product. I got this fancy injector for Christmas. It really makes work easy on this. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description of where I picked it up. But it really does the job and does it quick, which is what I like. We won't have to inject the point very much. I might put a little bit into it, but we'll get the rest of this injected and then we'll show you what rubs we're going to use. All right, so we got it all injected out. We're battling flies out here, so we're going to go as quickly as we can. But we're going to get the grill going, and we're going to rub this baby down. We're going to keep it real simple today. We're going to do salt, pepper, garlic blend, and then as a coarse seasoning on the outside, some Montreal. That'll give us some good bark that we're looking for. So we'll use, this is Killer Hog's version, but use your favorite or make your own. Just salt, pepper, garlic blend. It's really good as a base layer on just about any barbecue you want to do. We'll get all the sides done, and then we'll get the outside with this coarse Montreal steak seasoning. Use your favorite steak seasoning. Really, you know, anything That will give you some good bark is what you're looking for. So we'll get this all patted down. I'm gonna flip her over, we'll reverse it on the other side, and by that time the grill will be up to temp and we'll be probably ready to go. All right, we're gonna get her on the pit. We're gonna cook pretty hot and fast today, somewhere around 275 to 300 degrees. I'm gonna put the flat towards my smokestack. That's the hottest part of my grill, so you know, we want to protect the point as much as we can, so we'll keep her like that. And here in an hour or so we'll get a probe in it and we'll show you what's next. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back. We're about to wrap. The brisket hit 169, but it's at the color that we want, so we don't want to take on any more smoke, so we're going to wrap it in foil. But I just wanted to take a minute to, did you guys check out my new butcher block table that we just purchased? I'm in love with it. It's a John Boo's butcher block table, and I just think it's so gorgeous. But tell me what you think about it in the comments if you don't mind. My wife and I are just in love with it, so we're actually contemplating on buying another one and making it a dining room table. But we spent a little extra money. We got the casters on the bottom. It was really easy to put together. The only trouble it gave us was the shelf underneath, but you know, after about 20 minutes of figuring out what we were doing wrong, we figured it out and got it all put together. But I couldn't be any more pleased. So tell me what you think. Let's take the brisket out. As you can see, it's looking gorgeous. The bark is set. You definitely want that to take place. So we're gonna get the probe out of it, and we'll go ahead and, I got glove liners on, so I'm not gonna, you know, these are savior, and you can handle the meat and not burn yourself. So we'll get this wrapped up. I got 2 pieces here that we'll use to wrap it. Do it this way first, then we'll flip her the other way. Get that nice and tight. We shouldn't have any leakage, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a disposable pan too, just so it's easy to get in and out of the pit. But also, if we spring a leak, we won't lose any of that delicious au jus. So we'll get it back on the pit. Continue to, you can crank it up too if you need to go a little faster, but we'll continue to cook between 275 and 300, and we'll show you, we'll start probing it once it gets above 200. We'll start probing it to make sure that it's the tenderness that we want, and then we'll show you what we do once we take it off. Welcome back. So we want to hit 204 on the internal temp. What we want to start doing now is just check for tenderness. So I got a thermopen here, and we're not checking for temperature, we're actually just going to check for tenderness. We're going to poke it in several places. What you're looking for is like the consistency of peanut butter. That's what you want, that's what you're looking for. So we're just going to see how she's doing. She's probably pretty tender. There's a little tight through the flat, so we're going to let her go probably another 15 or 20 minutes, and I'm sure we'll be good. But we'll go ahead and check it at that point and make sure that she's the tenderness that we're looking for. Alright, so we're going to probe it to see if we're at the tenderness that we want. And that feels real good there. That's exactly what we're looking for. So this is done. We're going to take the probe out. We're going to take it inside. We're going to let it rest for at least 45 minutes. Hopefully we can let it rest an hour. That would be ideal. The reason you want to let it rest is it's going to reabsorb all of the juice that it's lost. and it's going to hydrate itself. And that's going to be, you know, your best end product. You're going to make sure you're going to have a nice, juicy, tender brisket. So we'll get it in the house. We'll probably cover it with a towel to make sure it keeps warm. And we'll just let it sit out on the counter and do its thing. All right, so the brisket has been resting underneath this towel. We're just going to take that off. We've let it go about 45 minutes. We should be good. So we're going to get it out of the foil. Try not to create too much of a mess here. Alright, so we're going to lay it on this cutting board. You want to save that au jus, that's the good stuff down there. Get it on this cutting board and cut her up. I have a slicing knife right here. So we're just going to separate the point from the flat. And we'll set that aside for now. We'll move the flat over. Over here it's pretty thin, so we won't, that'll be good stuff for the dogs. We'll go ahead and get some slices going. You can see just how juicy and tender it is. I'll show you a slice here. So the bend test is where you know it's cooked pretty dang good, and then the pull test, see how that just pulls apart really easily. So let's give her a taste test. With the point, we're gonna cube that up and make some burnt ends out of it. It's really tasty. But cheers. Man, that's good. I mean, that rub, and you can taste that injection. It's real beefy and savory, just how beef should taste. You know, a lot of people will put barbecue sauce on their brisket. I, for one, don't like sweet on my beef. So we're gonna eat it just like this. We'll get the rest of these sliced up, and we'll get those burnt ends cubed up, and we're gonna eat like kings tonight. Well, if you like what we're doing, make sure you subscribe and like, make some comments on our video, tell us how we did, and thank you for the support. We love doing these videos, and we'll continue to put out content for you guys, so let us know how we did. Thanks.